All right, so we began talking about thoughts versus thinking. And then we talked about getting into the performance zone, or that place of flow, being in the zone. And so we follow a specific process that we want to give you in helping you not only get into that zone, but also in the moments where you face adversity, you face that challenge, you experience the failure or the mistake, that if you feel yourself getting out, that you can get back into that state. You can get back into that space, okay? Over the last 10 years of diving into this mental side of athletics and just being in the moment, what we've found is that there's really a specific process. When you go in, you dive into all these different sports psychologists and different people, there's really kind of this overarching theme that takes place. And so what it is first, that in that moment when you're frustrated, you're overwhelmed, you feel your thought and that thinking is driving emotions that's boiling up, the number one thing you need to do first in this process is you need to take a step back. You need to take a step back. You need to shift your physical being into a different position, okay? So as you think of your thought drive emotions, emotions drive behaviors, you realize when you're in that emotional behavior, you're in that loop, that there's a lot of just tension that needs to move. And when you shift your body, you shift your state, you shift back and you step back, that's actually when your parasympathetic nervous system can begin to reset. And when that resets, you begin to shift this. But until that begins to move, this continues to spiral. And so after you step back, and we're going to talk more about that, after you step back, you begin to breathe. Right? We begin to take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. There's different techniques and skills you can do specifically with breathing that allows you to bring oxygen into your brain and into your body. And it also allows you to ground yourself in that moment. And then the next piece is what we call lock in. And so another idea behind that is just you neutralize. You don't focus and give value to different experiences or things that are taking place. You just see them as information and you just neutralize it. So if a ref made a bad call, you're not saying, oh, that's a bad call and I don't agree with it. You're not wasting time or attention on that. You're saying the ref made a call, it's information, now what do I do with it, right? And so you begin to neutralize that. And if you think of a vehicle, it's very difficult to be in a reverse position and go to drive. It doesn't work that well, right? And so we need to be able to go into neutral before we shift back into drive and keep moving forward. And then finally, we take action. We move forward. We actually say, what is that internal inspiration that I have that I want to bring out? And then what is the clear goal that I have? And I begin to take action towards that. So what I want you to do today, as we talk about action steps with each of these, I want you to begin to look, and as you feel that emotion, maybe there's something that could happen at a practice today. Maybe there's something at home that might take place. Maybe there's something in the weight room where you feel that frustration, you feel that tensity, you get really tight and upset, and I want you to practice taking a step back, taking a deep breath, right? Try to get that internal inspiration. Look back within with what you can control, and then say and ask yourself, what am I going to do moving forward, and take an action step moving forward. Begin to develop this pattern. And as you begin to develop this pattern, it becomes a habit, then we can leverage it with the skills to come.